happening, guys? I am going to do a breakdown of UFC 290. This card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. I'm very happy to be headlining this card, International Fight Week. But obviously there's a lot of Aussies on the card, Aussies and New Zealanders, so I want to talk about them. So in the prelims, early prelims, Shannon Ross will be fighting. With my picks, I'm going to back all my boys anyway, all the Aussies. I think we're going over there, we're going to take over. So Shannon Ross is going to be there. Obviously he had a rough one in his first fight, but he's a good little fighter. I think he'll come back. Jimmy Crute's going to be ready for a big, he's ready to step it up as well. I reckon he's getting a submission, to be honest. Knockout or submission, because he can finish fights, and he's a gamer. He's always looking for it too, which is what I love about Jimmy Crute. So again, I'm going to back all the Aussies and New Zealanders. So that's my picks with that one. And then Jack Della is an Aussie, and I've trained with him, so I know how good he is. Very well-rounded, very durable, very fit, pressure fighter. Good boxing, good, well-rounded, good everywhere, and has all the right stuff as well. All the stuff that I say is always tough to beat. A lot of guys, they've got the skills and all that, but they don't have a lot of the other things to back it up, as in the resilience, durability, fitness, heart. He's got it all. So he's going to be one hard man to beat.
Oh, next. Got caught up there. No, yeah. Gore's trying to squeeze him out.
He's trying to escape. Look at that.
He's out. He's asleep.
Tresean Gore and Nickal. I know Tresean from The Ultimate Fighter. Good fighter, dangerous fighter. Obviously, a tough fight. His takedown defense is pretty good though, but Nickal's a hard man to pick against, because I think he has what it takes. Even though he's more of a wrestler, and obviously he is a wrestler, he understands the game. He doesn't take unnecessary risks. He does the right things on the feet. He understands distance and takes a fight where he knows he needs to. So when guys like that, it's going to be hard to just catch him. Tresean Gore can definitely catch him though. But I mean, Nickal's going to be hard to bet against. Because again, both top dudes, so that's going to be a fun fight. This could be looking for... Dan Hooker, Jalin Turner, another cracker fight. Two of the tallest guys, rangiest guys probably in the division. Jalin Turner, dangerous finisher, same as Dan Hooker. I think this is a good fight for Dan as well. Obviously he's a teammate of mine, I'm always going to back him. Tarantula, he's a dangerous dude. Jalin Turner's a dangerous fighter, dangerous fight for anybody. But I think this is going to be a completely different look to what he's used to. He's not going to be able to just be rangy, because Dan can play that rangy game, and he's very, very long. He can really do that. So obviously I'm going to back Dan Hooker because he's my boy. Again, it's a tough fight, but he's very durable himself. I think he's stepped everything up in training. In the last few times I trained with him, he's been looking great as well. So I think he's hit another level. I don't know what it was, but he's definitely... He even said he flipped the switch before his last fight. You need to have all the right stuff. Fitness, the ticker, you want to be there, hunger, train hard, all that type of stuff, which he's always had the ticker. He's always had a good skill. He's always had a lot of it. But right now he's taken training to a whole nother level. And you've seen that in his last fight, and I've seen that in his last few sessions. So he's always trained hard, but I feel like he's definitely picked it up again. So I'm going to be backing Dan Hooker for that one. To put Dan out of there, he's going to be very hard. So I think this could definitely be a good fight for Dan Hooker. So I'll definitely put my money on Dan Hooker.
Don't have what you can't kill, baby.
Two early knockouts for Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker and Dricus. Look, man, obviously Izzy wants new blood. He definitely would like to see Dricus go out there so he could fight him, a new person in front of him. There'll be a lot of hype if he was to be able to beat Robert Whittaker. But beating Robert Whittaker is not going to be easy for him. Again, he could be a great fighter, but Robert Whittaker is just too well-rounded. He's too good everywhere, and his skill set is going to be too much. So I think I'd be... you'd be mad to think that that Dricus can get it done. Obviously, underdog, underdog, entertaining for the underdog, get a big win, but Not against someone like Rob Whittaker. Again, he's too smart, he's too well-rounded, and I think he's going to be way too much for Dricus. And if that's the fight, if they're the next guy is fighting for the title, out of that fight, it's going to have to be Rob. I cannot see Rob losing that fight. So he's obviously unstoppable. Outside the easy fights, no one can get anywhere near him. So that just shows you how good Rob Whittaker is. So obviously he's going to always be a safe bet. Oh, it's a 3-rounder. Dricus is tough as well, so that could favour him. So could be a finish, but decision. If the value's a little bit there, more for the decision or for the KO. Yeah, see where the money's at, but I mean, safe bet is probably a decision.
Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next month. I will be champion one day, I promise.
So let's go with the co-main event, another title fight, Moreno and Alexander Pantoja. Pantoja's beat him. He has beat him twice. One is in the Ultimate Fighter and one outside. So he could have his number. So you've got to take that into consideration. But we know the fighter Moreno is now compared to what he was. Moreno's obviously leveled up. He's obviously on a whole nother level. But you always talk about people just having their number. This could be the case. It could just be that fighting style. I don't think I've watched enough of Pantoja. That could come into play, but Moreno, again, is another guy that's fit. He's got the skill set he's always had the heart, he's always had the fitness, resilience. Again, all the right stuff. He's got all them, and now his skill set's on a whole nother level, especially since he's fought Pantoja. So to bet against Moreno is going to be hard. $1.50 for bet. Obviously, he's going to be the favourite. Everyone's going to know where he's at in this stage of his career. It's going to be hard to bet against him. 5-rounder. Can he finish Pantoja? Maybe. He can break you down and get a finish over TKO or submission, but I think the safe bet is going to be Moreno decision.
Oh! That's it! That'll do it! And still the best featherweight in the world!
The main event of the evening, myself and Yair Rodriguez. So this one's obviously a fun one, exciting for me. I've seen a lot of people that were like, because I've went up to division and obviously almost took out Islam and no one expected me to do that. They think me going down is just going to be easy, but mate, Yair Rodriguez is no joke. He is dangerous. I need to stay on my game. Am I confident? Do I think I'm a better fighter? Of course. Do I think I can take it wherever? Yes, I do. But I need to be on my toes. I need to be careful. He is very unpredictable. But you guys know me. You know I'm always prepared. You always know that I do what I need to, and I've got what it takes to make sure I'm prepared well and to make sure I set a statement. So let's see how I set that statement. Obviously, I want to give you just give me winning. I won't tell you how. I think I can definitely finish this fight. Let me just say, I reckon I'm going to get a finish. Whether it's a submission or a TKO. Again, he's very dangerous, very unpredictable, but being unpredictable and committing to them crazy things can leave yourself open as well. So I'm going to be ready to capitalize on this dangerous Yair Rodriguez that I know is going to turn up. Very excited for this. Got nothing but respect for the guy because I know he's a game opponent. So this has made camp very exciting for me. And that's what I'm looking for, excitement in camp. So I'm always disciplined. I'm always going to make sure I'm training hard enough. But to have that excitement when you've got a game opponent in front of you is always something. So something new as well, something fresh that I haven't seen. So really looking forward to it. Volk for the win. You know how it is. They're my takes and my bets for UFC 290 International Fight Week. You don't want to miss it. See you then.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.